Hello, this is Shauna White, relationship coach for spiritually awake couples. And today I want to talk about harmonious relationship with flow navigation. This is sort of an extension of what I talked about yesterday, illustrating how it actually works. So here's what happened this morning. I cut myself some watermelon and I was going upstairs to my office. And my housemate noticed my watermelon, and I didn't think anything about that moment. I just was relaxed in a neutral place. This neutral place is home base for flow navigation. And so we parted ways. I went upstairs, and as I'm walking up the stairs, I had a feeling like I wanted to offer him some watermelon. And so but I noticed the feeling and I continued to the top of the stairs. And then I heard him walking, and I thought that he was most likely coming to ask me for, did I think that? I knew that I wanted to attend to what was he up to. And so I looked down, and he is looking for me. And then he said, could I have some of that watermelon? And I said, yeah. So I shared with him some watermelon. Now, that's like the smallest thing in the world, right? Tiny little experience, but I'm going to open up some of the nuances. It's so cool to experience flow navigation, because in that place is where we find two people in relationship thinking the same thing without controlling each other. So I did not think to myself, I should share my watermelon and then offer him watermelon in the beginning out of an idea of what I should do. And thereby, whenever we move from shoulds, we move out of balance in terms of self-care. So I call it self-care. What I'm really talking about is inner alignment and just the naturalness of being. Shoulds are unnatural. So I didn't go to a should place. I allowed myself to be. And because I allowed myself to be, I discovered an inspiration to share watermelon with him. And so then when he asked me for watermelon, I felt joy in the giving of it, because I felt the synchronicity of that moment and the two of us in that moment. And so that's the beauty of letting go of everything that you think should happen and just allowing yourself to be and finding the flow with the person that you're in a relationship with. This is, my housemate is not an intimate partnership. My intimate partnership is someone else. But anybody that you're in a relationship with of any kind, you can find flow navigation by letting go of control. That's, again, if you're curious of the prior context, you could listen to yesterday's video. But yeah, so this is one of the things that I work on with people. There are two ways that I work with people. So let me just share that with couples. So in one sense, in one way, I work with couples. So I work with both people, and we look at what is it that you want to work on, and then what are the important reframes for the relationship? What are the important skills that you need for yourself in order to be able to make the shift that you want to, from the challenges that you're experiencing to the beautiful, harmonious, heartfelt intimacy that you want to experience. And then we come together after we've practiced our self skills to deploy a new quality of communication together with my help. And then when that's all fully experienced at a new level of harmony and connection, then we look at any other ways that we can build connection. So that's how I work with couples. When I work with individual members of a partnership, then what I work on with people is rebalancing relationship rebalancing skills. So there are 5 skills, and flow navigation is one of those skills. The skills are witnessing, new now, mirror insights, inner heart alignment, and flow navigation. So, flow navigation is this place where we let go of trying to navigate our world from the head, and which is normal and doesn't really feel like moving from the head, and find this other way that I help people find to navigate from that neutral feeling place, which allows, it mentally, calculations look like they're going to go wrong. Like, that doesn't work if I don't. Well, to take yesterday's example, um, if I don't, it was a woman who was trying to control her husband around whether he washed the bed sheets or not. And so the logic is, well, if I don't do something about, if I don't say something, if I don't try to control the situation about getting the bed sheets washed, then the bed sheets won't get washed. That's what the head wants to say, because that's how the math adds up to the intellect. But sacred geometry is a completely different kind of a math. And when we tap into flow navigation, we're tapping into the one mind that unites all. And it makes even the most mundane things like watermelon for breakfast a little tiny, beautiful, inspiring miracle, because we let ourselves be without any shoulds. And then we discover what the divine has to say through us, inside us, through our feeling sense. And we find that the other person, without us having to say anything, arrives at the same thing. So it's really cool and magical. And you don't really, it's something to experience. If you haven't experienced it, it's something to experience. Nothing compares to the experience of it. And let me see, I had another thing I was going to share with you. Oh, yeah. So I have a client actually who is working on flow navigation right now. And she's had some interesting questions come up, because before we started working together, she was feeling like she wanted more connection, and she had a hard time finding how she could fit into her significant other's life and schedule. And she wasn't really even sure if she was desired there. She felt welcome there, but she wasn't sure if she was desired there, and all these kinds of obstructions to heartfelt connection. And so she started to deploy the 5 skills, including flow navigation. And now, in a very short time, she's experiencing that they feel aligned in what they want to do. He is inviting her and inviting her and inviting her. He's taking much more initiative than he was before. And everything is flowing. She's feeling like what he's inviting her to feels totally like what she wants to do. So it's really magical. Flow navigation is magical. And if you're curious about it, I invite you to send me a message and let's book a call. Let's talk and see where you're at in your relationship, where you want to go, and what these rebalancing skills, relationship rebalancing skills, could look like in your situation. So I would love to chat with you. Comment, DM, and I'll talk to you soon.